And then mute. Yes. And then I'm putting my mic in, so hopefully you can still hear me. Can you still hear me? Yes, thank you. Let me just put some chapstick on and then I'm going in my lips with chapstick. I love those gold mats. Don't you love them? I always get them from there too. I scared. This is bothering. The internet loves you. It is fun when you're a student and you watch these and you know people, kind of, right? So people tell me sometimes. When you're like watching yourself do the practice, you're like, I just can't. I just can't. That's how I feel too, Cece. I can't watch myself for too long. Oh, hi, Lily. Okie dokie, my friends. Welcome. Yay, Thursday filled up. I was thinking nobody would be here. Last week there was only 6, which is totally fine, but nice to have some peeps. Thank you for being here. Announcements. I have my Glow Yoga. Most of you have heard me say this like 50 times now, but I have my Glow Yoga this Saturday. So it's Glow Yoga to the music of the Beatles. It's super fun. You go, the lights are all off when you come in. You get your mat, like you set out your space, and then you paint your body or your friends' bodies with glow paint. And then we do about a 75-minute power flow practice, but it's not as hard as like my regular power flow classes. It's a little softer. Yeah, and it's $22. You can buy tickets on arttix.org. James Hardy is teaching the 3 p.m. class, and I'm teaching the 6 p.m. class this Saturday. And it's not here, it's at Rose Wagner Theater downtown. I think it's on like 3rd Broadway. So yeah, if you have questions, feel free to ask. And then I'm helping to teach and facilitate at a retreat, not this weekend, but next weekend from Thursday to Sunday. And it's up at Maple Grove Hot Springs in Idaho. So it's about a 2.5-hour drive from Salt Lake City. You can come up for the whole weekend if you want. There's still spots available. They're all different prices. The pricing, honestly, I didn't like set it all up and it's super confusing. So if you need help deciphering it, I'm happy to help you. But yeah, there's still spots available for the weekend. And then if you'd be interested in just coming up on a Saturday just for the day, you come up in the morning, leave in the late, like 9 p.m., something like that, get home by 11:30. That I've done that before myself and it still feels totally worth it. It still feels like a getaway. There's no service up there. So you get up there and it's like the most beautiful space. We'll have a bunch of different classes going on. And then specifically on that Saturday, it will just be a concert in the evening that you'll get to attend. And if you want to come to that, I have a code that you can use to get in for completely free. It's $50. But if you want to come for free, like literally, I just want people to come. And I don't have like my own people coming very many people that I know. So I'm like, come, I want to hang out. So yeah, if you're interested, let me know. And then, yeah, let's just go with that and go ahead and get started. So comfortable seated position. If you don't have a little coaster, I'll bring you one, but it's just your consent coaster. So if you don't want hands-on adjustments, leave it as it is. If you do want them, you can turn it over to the yellow side. All right, so comfortable seated meditation. And I always take a moment to just move my body a little bit, kind of stretch, get a little bit of physical feedback before settling into stillness. So as you are ready, no rush. Just settle in, find stillness. So close your eyes And bring your hands eventually to rest somewhere, some way, intentionally. So maybe your hands are just resting on your lap, maybe hands to your heart, maybe one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. See if you can soften all the muscles in your face or your forehead, your jaw. See if there's any way you might be able to let your shoulders relax a little more. Let your shoulders just kind of melt down away from your ears. Feel into the length in the back of your neck, the sides of your neck. And start to notice your breath. So maybe there's a texture, maybe you notice just that subtle expansion and contraction of your inhale and exhale. And as you tune into your breath, let's very intentionally, next time you breathe in, fill up as big as you can. So hold in fullness. And as you fill up, feel yourself get bigger, even energetically, take up more space. And then when you are ready, big open mouth sigh, let it go. Ah. Very nice. Do that again. Inhale, fill up. Pause at the top. Maybe an extra little sip, like a teaspoon more full of air. And then big, huge sigh. Let it go. Ah. Good. One more time. So biggest inhale you've taken all morning long. Maybe you visualize your breath. See it move into every single tiny little space inside of you. Circulate around as you hold. And then big, huge sigh, release. Ah. You guys, seal your lips now and begin to drop into Ujjayi breath. So in and out through your nose by way of the back of your throat. So inhale is like you're taking a really deep, slow motion gas. Your exhale, it's like you're fogging up a window, but your lips are sealed on top of the breath. So essentially, you're fogging up a window on the inside of your body. You're starting to build a little bit of heat inside. So be right here, just sitting and breathing for as long as you would like. If this is where you want to stay for our entire practice, I bet you would get so much out of that, honestly, just sitting, breathing, observing. So this practice, it's yours. Make it whatever you want it to be, whatever you need it to be this morning. If you are ready to start moving, you can start from your seat if you want to. Just like a few moments ago, maybe just kind of exploring through your upper body, maybe rolling through your shoulders or your head or taking your arms up. So anything goes from your seat, and then eventually hands and knees, tabletop position, and just start exploring from there. So maybe cat-cow, or maybe you just want to sit back into a child's pose. Perhaps some hip circles would feel really good, or even coming all the way forward towards a cobra or an up dog position. So just start moving in any way that calls to you. Try not to worry about how you look. So if it's helpful, close your eyes and use your felt senses. So rather than thinking your way through, see if you can feel your way through from the inside. So feel what's happening in your spine. What's happening in your shoulders? How do your hips feel today? Good, you guys. I'm going to say in your next about 4, 5, 6 breaths, Start your transition back to downward facing dog. So no rush, but eventually that's where we'll all end up. So you can start finding your way there however you would like, whenever you are ready. Very nice, everybody. So as you begin to move, don't forget about your breath. Keep your breath very spacious, very steady, very strong. So there is a gentle effort behind your breath. You're using the muscles in your diaphragm. You're using the muscles in between your ribs. But you're not forcing anything. You're not straining. So ujjayi, it means victorious breath. So what does victorious breath feel like in your body? It's one of my favorites because it's energizing at the same time as it's regulating and relaxing. So see if you can start to really hone in on your ujjayi breath. If it's something you haven't quite figured out yet, just get curious about it. Once you're back in your down dog, friends, keep moving around, keep feeling around. Maybe pedal out your heels. Maybe move your hips side to side. You could also find stillness in your outer body and focus on those little tiny micro movements inside. So those movements that I can't really see if I'm looking at you, but you can feel them. You can respond to them. Take 1 or 2 more rounds into your down dog. And then eventually, friends, just start to crawl your hands to the back of your yoga mat until you find yourself in a forward fold. So eventually, all the weight will be in your feet, back of your mat. I would recommend feet at least hips width distance apart, maybe a little bit wider even for this first one. And if you want, ragdoll, grab opposite elbows, take a little sway or a little bob or a little bounce. Maybe you want to bring your hands behind your head, interlace your fingers at the base of your skull, give the back of your neck some traction. So try not to rock back into your heels, but keep your heels very light on the ground. Use the strength in your core to lift your butt up as high as you can. So imagine there's an invisible rope attached to your belly button, and it's literally pulling up, and you're just like a rag doll. Your upper body's dangling, it's hanging, it's bouncing, it's bobbing. Connect to your center. Take 1 more deep breath. Good job. As you inhale, halfway lift position. So get all the rounding out of your back. See if you can feel your sit bones broaden, press back through the tops of your thighs. Exhale, let it go, and fold. Do that once more, halfway lift. So top of your head reaches forward, tops of your thighs press back. Exhale, fold, bow. This time, we'll take it all the way up. So inhale through your halfway lift, rise, reach up, stretch tall. Hands to your heart as you exhale. Nice job. Inhale, arms reach, high mountain. Exhale, hinge at your hips, lead with your heart all the way down, slowly, intentionally. So feel your body move through space. Very nice. As you inhale, halfway lift, roll your spine long. Nice, Victoria. Exhale, let it go. From the press of your feet, connect to your center. Heart leads all the way back up. Arms reach. Maybe you gaze up. Exhale, hands to heart, connect back to you. Do that 1 more time. Maybe close your eyes. Inhale, reach up. So feel the length from your feet all the way up to your fingertips. Exhale, slow dive. Try not to rush it. Feel your body move through space, then release. Halfway lift position. So as long as you can grow through your spine, through your side bodies, press back through the tops of your thighs. Exhale, fold. Beautiful breathing. Press into your feet. Lead with your heart. Rise up. Arms reach up. Stretch tall. Hands to heart as you exhale. Nice job. Inhale, take your arms up. And then this time, exhale, hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Everybody bend your elbows a lot, press your palms together and squeeze your shoulder blades back towards your spine. And then just for a minute, like you throw your hands in the washer, you're going to make circles with your hands behind your back. Circle, circle, circle. You can go either direction. Circle, circle, circle. Keep breathing. And then reverse your circles. Other way, you should feel some heat start to build in your shoulders. Keep circling, keep circling. Let that go and just stretch your hands back. So now open through the front of your heart. Take one more big inhale. Maybe lift your heart, maybe lift your gaze. Keep your clasp. Exhale, hinge at your hips, dive down, forward fold. So let your neck relax, let your head be very heavy. Focus on connecting to your center. So lift your butt as high as you can, and then lift your knuckles as high as you can. Good. Relax your neck, give your head a little shake. Yes, no, maybe so. Nice job. One more inhale. Awesome. Exhale, hands to your low back, then release your clasp. Let your arms hang. You can give them a little shake out. Let them dangle for a moment. Inhale, halfway lift position. And then from here, plant your hands or your fingertips like you're a four-legged animal. Crawl forward really softly, gracefully, like you're agile. So come forward into a plank position. Nice, Cam. Once you are in plank, pause there. Shoulders over wrists. Hips level with your shoulders. Awesome, Kay. You can come to your knees if you feel like modifying today. Take some little baby rocks forward and back. So almost like you're sawing through a piece of wood with your body. Thanks, Caitlin. Next time you inhale, that little rock forwards on your tippy toes. Keep that as you exhale, lower halfway. Strong arms, strong belly. Inhale, push back up, high plank. Do that one more time. Little rock forward, lower halfway down. Hold until you're empty in your breath. Inhale, push up. Very nice. Slow motion all the way down. Beautiful, friends. Spider-Man Cobra. Bring your hands out wide onto the hardwood floor. Lift to your fingertips. Elbows face the sky. Inhale, lift your heart. And as you exhale, take a little twist to your right side. Left shoulder dips down. Inhale, back to center. Heart lifts. Tone your belly. Press down through your pelvis. Other side. Exhale. Good. Inhale, back to center. Nice, Brittany. Exhale, you go one more time each way, or if you'd rather take a different variation of a back bend, feel free. So take your time, just feeling, breathing. Feel the opening through your front body, mobility through your shoulder girdle. When you are ready, downward facing dog. Back in your down dog, connect to your Ujjayi breath. All right, sweatshirts are coming off. We're getting hot now. All right, my friends. So just a couple rounds in down dog this time. Feel into that length from your fingertips all the way up to your sit bones. Maybe work the length in the backs of your legs. Or maybe, you can leave your hand right there. Maybe it feels good to keep a big bend in your knees. Take one more big inhale. And then as you exhale, gaze to the top of your mat this time. Step, tiptoe, or hop, forward fold. Once you have arrived, find your halfway lift position. Lengthen out. Exhale, bow, let it go. Root through your feet, rise all the way up. Arms to the sky, big stretch. Hands to heart center as you exhale. All right, inhale, arms reach up. And then just like we did before, exhale, hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Roll your shoulders back and down. Shoulder blades squeeze your spine. If your tendency is to lock out your elbows, bend your elbows, press your palms together like they're suction cupped. Imagine your elbows are magnetized and start to reach your hands away from your body. So from here, keep your clasp and just sit into a chair pose. Weight in your heels, lift your toes and spread them apart. So this probably feels a little bit awkward. See if you can be with that, breathe into that. Notice if you're pressing your front ribs forward, and see if you can just ever so slightly knit your front ribs together, draw your belly button back towards your spine, feel more of a connection to your center. Take one more round in your chair, maybe sit just a little lower. End of your exhale, keep your clasp, forward fold. Keep your clasp, inhale to a halfway lift. So feel your back muscles hug towards your spine as you work that length. Exhale, keep your clasp, fold. Take one more inhale with your fingers interlaced. See if you can reach your knuckles up or forward. And then exhale, hands to low back, release. Let your arms hang. Give them a nice little shake out. Shake your head a little bit. Halfway lift position. Inhale. Exhale, plant your hand. Step back to plank. Pause. We're going to move into a side plank. Right hand is your base. Roll onto the baby toe edge of your right foot. Left arm to the sky. If you would like, right knee can come down or right forearm can come down to modify. So please feel free to do whatever you need to make this pose work for you today. If your bottom knee is not on the ground, nice, Chris, lift your hips really high. Maybe reach your left arm forward towards the front wall. Yes, maybe even float your left leg up. So your personal fullest expression, whatever that looks like, whatever that feels like in your body. One more great big huge breath. Very nice, nice. Veda, end of your exhale, plank or modified plank. Inhale at the top, push the ground away, little rock forward onto your tippy toes. Exhale, slowly lower. Good work. Inhale, back bend of your choice. Open through your front body. And then just, nice, Caitlin, tabletop position, just hands and knees. All right, from tabletop, take a moment to set yourself up really intentionally. Spread your fingers, actively push your fingertips down, feel your shoulders and your pectoral muscles get strong. Draw your belly button in and up so you feel a connection to your center. It's like you're bracing around your middle. Keep all of that, and then take your right arm forward and your left leg back. So right arm forward, left leg back. Nice, CC. So rather than thinking of a smiley face shape, visualize a strong, straight line of energy from your fingertips all the way back to your heel. Awesome, Kate. Your hips are square, and you still feel that connection to your center. So it's like your back is a really stable tabletop. I could eat dinner on your back. Take one more big inhale here. And then exhale like you're moving in slow motion, elbow to knee. Move smoothly, slowly, all the way to empty. Yes, good, Lily. Inhale, re-extend, long, strong, and powerful. So much awareness as you exhale again, elbow to knee. Curl in, hollow out. And then we'll do just one more like that. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee, slow, smooth, all the way to empty. Nice, K. Inhale, reach. Now listen, my friends, as you exhale, reach your right arm towards the back of the room, bend your left knee, heel towards your butt, lift your heart. So press into your left fingertips, lift your heart gaze forward. This may be where you stay. If it is available, grab your ankle or the top of your foot and use gentle leverage to work your pose. So kick foot into hand, pull hand back into foot. Nice, Andrea. Hug in with your inner thighs to stay out of your low back, and see if you can stay out of your right outer hip as well. So much to notice. Take one last round. See if you can lift your heart a little higher. Breathe all the way down into your belly. Very nice. End of your exhale, slowly release, re-extend, find neutral. Inhale, spinal balance, reach forward and back. And then exhale, let everything go. So back to tabletop. From your tabletop, take your right leg straight out to the right, toes face directly forward, heel comes straight out from your hip. If it would feel good, you're more than welcome to explore for a moment, maybe rock forward, rock back a few times. Whenever you are ready, my friends, we'll turn this into a thread the needle. So your left arm will reach out and up, and then thread it through, no rush, and come into thread the needle in your own time. And then just be there, breathe there. Yes, good. Breathe into your back body a lot. So see if you can feel your breath in between your shoulder blades. See if you can feel your breath in your back ribs. See if you can feel your breath all the way down in your low back. Take about 2 more rounds. Nice. Very nice, everyone. If you do happen to have, good trace, your right hand lifted, set your right hand back down. And then on an inhalation, unthread your left arm, reach it all the way out and up one more time. You might even take an extra breath here, see if you can reach higher. Eventually, your left hand comes down. Pick up your right leg, swing your right toes off the left side of your yoga mat. And then from here, see if you can first start with your lower body, pull your hips to the right a little bit, and then gaze back over your left shoulder. So rather than just using your head and your eyeballs to look back at your tiptoes, imagine you're trying to use your entire right side. Yeah, maybe lean into it, maybe rock forward or back. Yeah, bend one elbow or both elbows. Take one more big deep breath. Very nice. Come back to your tabletop. And then downward facing dog. Ujjayi. So reconnect. Slow, steady, powerful breath. Inhale your right leg to the sky. And everybody, for a moment, open up your right hip. So bend your knee, reach your right knee out and up. And see if you can imagine there's an invisible rolled up washcloth behind your right knee. You're trying to squeeze it and wring it out. Flex your right toes, dorsal flexion. So keep all of that. And now just start to draw circles with your right knee as big as you can. Slow, fullest range of motion you can find. Yes, everything else stays really still. So everything else is stabilizing. Reverse your circles, take a couple in the other direction. Keep squeezing your rolled up washcloth. Keep your toes flexed and active. So nice. All right, my friends, now come back to square hips. So as you are ready, your right leg just goes straight up, straight back. Your inner thighs face each other. Your right hip faces down and slightly back. So good, good awareness. Take one more inhale, push into the ground with your fingertips. As you exhale, right knee to your nose, round your back, hollow out your belly. Stay here, breathe in on your back, tippy toes, push the ground away. Exhale ever so softly, step through. Awesome, Cam. Low lunge. And then take your time to rise up into crescent. So if you want to stretch your legs for just a second, go for it. Eventually rise up and settle in. Good. So square hips. Energetically, you're hugging towards midline. So your front hip is pulling back. Your back hip is pulling forward. You're plugging your femur bones into the hip sockets. So your legs are your strong foundation. Awesome, Victoria. So feel the stability that your legs create. Feel your connection to the ground. And then your upper body, your own expression of this pose. What does it feel like in your body today? You want to spread your fingers really wide like they're energized? Or today, maybe you want to be a little softer. Maybe you want to smile. Take one more big inhale into crescent lunge, your expression. Nice, Chris. Exhale, lean forward, bring your hands to your front thigh. Press your hands into your thigh, draw your belly button in and up. So again, like you're bracing around your middle. Hips are going to stay square, root into your front foot, lean forward and just float your back leg up. So back leg and spine parallel to the ground. Work a long line from the crown of your head back to your left heel. Stay here, or left hand on your thigh, right arm reaches forward. So right arm forward, left leg back. Take one more inhale, stay here, or exhale, elbow to knee, curl in, round. We just did this, but we were on our hands and our knees. Inhale, re-extend. . Exhale, use your breath, elbow to knee. I know it's so hard. Again, inhale, reach, last one. Elbow to knee as you exhale, slow, steady. Inhale, reach if you want. Extend both arms forward. Last big breath, fullest expression. Come back to crescent lunge. Left toes back, arms to the sky. Woo. Take an inhale here. Exhale, bring your hands to the earth. Step your back foot forward about a foot or so, set up for pyramid pose. So personally, I like my feet on 2 train tracks, all 10 toes face forward. Some people prefer their feet on a balance beam with their back foot at about a 30-degree angle. The intention is to get square hips. Come to a halfway lift. And then from your halfway lift, hands to your hips and rise all the way up to stand. So take a moment and just look down at your hips. See that they are square. They're straight across from one another. You need to adjust. You might even adjust through your feet a bit. Arms to the sky. Inhale. And then as you exhale, hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Roll your shoulders back and down. Shoulder blades squeeze your spine. Possibly start to reach your hands back. Maybe lift your heart up, little baby back bend, and a little balance challenge. Take one more in breath. Keep your clasp. As you exhale, pull your right butt cheek back, reach your heart forward. So lengthen, 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 then eventually forehead toward chin, nose toward knee, navel toward spine. So keep using your core strength to lift your right butt cheek up, 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 and press your right thigh back. If you want to let go of the hands and just focus on the legs, that's fine with me. So whatever will be most beneficial for you. Take about 3 more rounds. Right butt cheek pulls up and back. See if you can use each exhalation to dive. Yeah, dive a little deeper and just fold a little further from the inside out. So I might not even be able to see it, but you feel it. Last couple of breaths. Good job. You guys look awesome. If you still have your clasp, bring your hands to your low back and gently let it go. Everybody, fingertips to the ground. So bend your front knees or your front knee if you need to. Crawl your hands forward. Float your back leg to the sky. You're in standing splits. Take a big inhale here. Lift your left leg high, lengthen. And then exhale, step your left foot to the back of your mat, back to a low lunge. From your low lunge, walk your hands to the left long edge of your mat. You're in a wide-legged straddle position. So parallel your feet, straighten out your legs. Inhale to a halfway lift, fingertips on the ground. And then crawl your hands towards the back of your mat as you bend your left knee. Keep your right hand or your right fingertips down, left arm to the sky. So a little twist. Your left knee is bent, your butt is reaching back, your crown is reaching forward, spine is long. Good. Take one more round. Awesome job. Very end of your exhale. Let that go. Come back to a wide-legged forward fold. About 5 rounds. Anywhere you'd like to go to just explore, feel, or maybe just come back to your breath. If you are working your forward fold, focus on bringing a little more weight into your toes, into the balls of your feet, and use the strength in your core to lift your hips up high. See if you can get your thighs, your quads to engage. Nice, everyone. You look so good. Take your last couple breaths. Open mouth exhale if you want it. Ah. All right, halfway lift position, fingertips on the ground. So bend your knees if you need to. Crawl your hands to the top of your space. Rotate your toes to the top of your mat. And then listen, 3-legged down dog. Take your right leg back and up. Open your hip once again. So bend your knee, reach it out and up. Stay here, or option if you would like to flip your dog. Right foot comes down behind you. Right arm forward, heart forward. Use the strength in your back body to lift your hips. Good. Wherever you are at, one more great big huge breath. And then come back, nice dippy cut. Come back to downward facing dog. Just walk it out. All right. Ujjayi, inhale. As you exhale, look forward, however you want to get there, step, tiptoe, or hop forward, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen, so back of your neck long. Exhale, fold and bow. Root through your feet and rise all the way up. Arms stretch, reach up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, arms up. And this time, we're going to move into a side body stretch. Interlace your fingers, steeple your index fingers. If you desire, you can bring a block in between your inner thighs. That'll just help you stay connected to your center. As you are ready, upper body goes right, hips go left. So like you're creating a crescent moon shape with your body. Yes. Especially root down into your left foot, inner edge of your left foot. And maybe even take your right tiptoes out to the right. Pull your left shoulder back and down. Keep it plugged into the socket. Arms long, strong, and powerful. Reach through your index fingers. One more breath. Good. Inhale back to center. Realign. And then exhale as you are ready. Other side, up and over. So see if you can initiate the stretch from your lower body, from your hips, and then continue it into your upper body. More weight in your right foot. Yes, left toes might reach out to the left. Good. Pull your right shoulder back and down. Arms long, strong, powerful. One more round. Back to center. Inhale. You can release your grip. And then as you exhale, hands behind your back, this time as if you are about to place them into your back pockets. If this bothers your wrists, you might choose to make fists or even wrap your fingers around your waist, thumbs face in. So any of those variations are welcome. Roll your shoulders back and down. Point your elbow tips straight back. Hug an invisible yoga block with your inner thighs. Press your hands forward into your hips, but then press your hips back into your hands. So you want to feel a tone in your low belly, little tone in your glutes, and then curl open. So rather than letting your head just collapse and fall back, use the strength in the sides of your neck. Extend back. Puff up through your chest. Point your elbow tips towards the back wall. Hug in with your inner thighs. Press hands into hips, hips back into hands. One more huge breath. As you inhale, ever so slowly, come through center, through neutral. If you want to, you can reach your arms up. And then just bend your knees and bring your hands to your thighs. I like to wrap my fingers in. Make sure your feet are at least hip-width distance, maybe wider. And then just take a few rounds of either standing cat-cows or little circles with your torso. Maybe you just want to round and move your hips and shoulders side to side. So take this time to neutralize your spine after that great big back bend. So make this feel good. Breathe. Feel the space in your back body. Last couple breaths. And then all the way down into a forward fold. Very nice. Inhale, halfway lift position, long line from the crown of your head back to your sit bones. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, plank pose. Pause in your plank. You've got side plank once again. Vashisthasana, left hand is your base this time. So roll onto the baby toe edge of left foot. Or if you want to bring your left knee down or left forearm perhaps, please feel free. Lift your hips really high. So if you lift your hips really high, you'll feel your left side abdominals working. That's what you want to use to hold you in this pose more than anything. So try to get out of your left shoulder, out of your wrist. Maybe your right arm reaches forward towards the front wall. Nice, Veda. Maybe your right leg floats up. Awesome, Andrea. One last breath wherever you are at. Your fullest expression, your personal fullest expression. And then back to plank. Inhale at the top. You can bring your knees down. Maybe that little rock forward. Exhale, slowly lower. Inhale, back bend of your choice. Take a moment to open through your front body. And then tabletop position, hands and knees. Ujjayi breath. And hands and knees, it always seems so simple, so basic, but there's so much we can notice. Spread your fingers, push down, find the strength in your arms, shoulders, even your chest, and then brace around your middle, navel to spine connection, almost like you're trying to puff up through your low back. So keep all of that work. Don't just let it go. Left arm forward, right leg back, spinal balance. Good. So as you reach, rather than turning into a smiley face shape, stay connected to your center. Strong, straight line of energy. Nice, Victoria. You guys look so good. Good awareness. One more inhale. Awesome, Kirsten. Exhale, elbow to knee like you're moving through molasses. Slow, smooth. Inhale, re-extend. Slow, smooth, good. 3, just like that. Elbow to knee, find your center, navel to spine. Good, inhale, reach. And then last one with your exhale, elbow to knee, all the way to empty. Re-extend, and then move towards your half bow variation. Left arm back, bend your right knee, heel towards your butt, lift your heart. Maybe you can grab your foot, maybe not. Maybe today you're just reaching for your foot. Perfect. If you have your foot, you're working your pose now with leverage, not forceful leverage, gentle leverage with your big deep breaths. Hug in with your inner thighs. So try to stay out of your left outer hip and try to keep your right knee from shooting out to the right. Your lower back is being supported by the strength in your core, navel to spine. One last round. Yes, beautiful. Nice, Caitlin. Slow release, back to spinal balance, back to neutral. Inhale. Exhale, set everything down. Nice, Chris. All right, take your left leg out to the left, toes face forward, heel comes straight out from your hip. If you want to take a moment, might feel good to rock a little bit forward and back. So as much time as you want to take, just kind of feeling around, and then eventually thread the needle, right arm out and up, thread it underneath. No hurry, get there when you're ready. Beautiful, my friends. Big deep breaths. So just be in your pose and feel your breath rising and falling inside. Feel a connection to your center at the bottom of every exhalation. Space in your back body. Sorry, not ready for that yet. Put on some Florence on the machine. All right, about 2 or 3 more breaths. And then if you do have your left hand lifted, set it back down. On an inhalation, unthread your right arm, reach it out and up. You might even stay there for an extra breath. See if you can open more, reach higher. Right hand to the ground when you're ready. And then that little side body stretch. So left leg works its way over. Your left toes come off the right side of your yoga mat. Pull your hips over to the left. Gaze back over your right shoulder. Sometimes I even like to peekaboo underneath my right armpit as I round my back. So again, feel into it. It's your pose. What can you find there? Take 2 more breaths. And then back to tabletop. And back to downward facing dog. Ujjayi. All right, inhale, left leg, back and up. And then try not to shift through your hands or your shoulders. Peel your left hip open. So bend your left knee, reach your knee out and up. Good. So just for a moment, feeling your open hip, squeeze your invisible rolled up washcloth behind your left knee, flex your toes, take your big circles with your left knee. So like you're drawing big, huge circles, fullest range of motion you can find. Feel that mobility through your left hip joint. Try to use everything else to stabilize. So everything else is still. Reverse your circles, couple more other direction. Keep squeezing your invisible washcloth, wring it out, keep flexing your toes, keep breathing. Square off your hips, inner thighs face each other, left hip faces down slightly back. So feel that. Take one more inhale, strong and powerful. Exhale, left knee to your nose, round your spine, hollow out your belly. Stay here as you breathe in, push the ground away, lift through your waistline, round your back. Exhale, step forward softly. Take your time to rise up to crescent. So if you want to, you can stretch a little bit, eventually rise up and settle in. So finding strength through your legs. Good. So hug in with your inner thighs. And you might also notice, do you tend with your front knee to collapse in? And if so, what I sometimes like to do, I like to take a hand to the inside of my knee, press it into my knee as I press with my legs. So kind of creating a sense of stability there. So feel really strong, really stable through your legs. Yeah, and then a little tone in your belly to support low back, navel to spine. ACC, and then heart is lifted like a proud chest. Your upper body, it's your own unique expression. How does it feel today on this side in this moment? How does your breath feel as it flows through? One more inhale. Beautiful. Exhale. Hands to your front thigh. Lean forward just a bit. Hug in with your inner thighs. Draw your belly button in and up. Brace through your center. And then as you're ready, everything stays the same, but you just lean forward. Your back foot floats up. Your spine is parallel to the ground, back foot parallel to the ground. Feel your connection to center. Stay where you are at. You're perfect as you are. Breathe. Or left arm forward. So left arm forward, right leg back. Stay here, this asymmetrical warrior 3, or one more inhale. Slowly, elbow to knee. Use your breath, use your core. Ha. Good. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, elbow to knee. You just did this on your hands and your knees. Now you're balancing on one foot. No big deal. Inhale, re-extend. Last one. And exhale, elbow to knee. As you inhale this time, re-extend and maybe even add your right arm. So everyone, your fullest expression, last big breath. End of your exhale, come back to crescent. See if you can land softly, maybe, possibly. Inhale here. Exhale, hands come down. Step your back foot forward a little bit. So set up your pyramid stance. Feet on 2 train tracks, all toes face forward, or feet on a balance beam, back foot at a slight angle. Halfway lift position, hands to hips. And then from the press of your feet, take it all the way up to stand. So just take a moment, look down, see that your hips are square. So if your left hip is in front of your right hip, how can you adjust to get them nice and square, straight across from one another? Inhale, take your arms up. Exhale, hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. And then this time, just for fun, switch them to one finger over. So it's gonna feel a little bit funky. Go with that. Shoulders back and down. Shoulder blades squeeze towards your spine. Maybe your hands reach back. Maybe your heart lifts up, gaze up, inhale. As you exhale, keep your clasp, pull your left butt cheek back, reach your heart forward. So reach, 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 then work into your fold. Forehead towards shin, nose toward knee, navel towards spine. Pull your left butt cheek back and up. Each exhalation, navel to spine connection, you might dive just a little bit deeper. If you want to let go of the arms and just focus on the legs at any time, feel free to do so. See if you can start to engage. You're good. Engage through the front of your left thigh. So like you're trying to fire up your left quad as you work the length of your hamstring, the back of your thigh. Last couple of breaths. You guys are doing so good. Good awareness. If you still have your clasp, hands to low back, gently release. Bring your fingertips to the ground. So if you need to bend your front knee, or you can use blocks. Walk your hands forward, float your back leg to the sky. So standing splits, we're not going to hold it super long. Take just a moment. Find so much length. Find so much strength through your right leg. Spread your toes. One more inhale. Exhale, step your right foot back to the back of your mat once again. Low lunge. Walk your hands to the right long edge of your mat. Parallel your feet, straighten your legs. Halfway lift, fingertips down. Walk your hands towards the back of your mat as you bend into your right knee. Butt sticks out, left hand down, right arm to the sky, twist. Stay rooted through your left foot. Breathe down into your belly. Maybe gaze up at your right hand. Last round. Work your twist. You can press down into your left fingertips. End of your exhale. Let it go. Wide-legged straddle. Listen. Halfway lift from your wide-legged straddle. Hands to hips. Rise all the way up to stand. Once you are standing, heels pivot in, toes pivot out. Bend your knees, hands to thighs. You're in this wide-legged squat. If your ankles are inside your knees, adjust so that your ankles are straight down from your knees. Sit low and try to press your knees towards the wall behind you. So rather than knees collapsing in, you want to press them back. Take an inhale, and like you're doing a standing cow pose, stick your butt out, reach your heart forward. Exhale, twist towards the front of the room. Dip your right shoulder down, gaze over left. Through center, inhale. Exhale, twist to the back. Inhale, center. Go one more time each way, or if there's somewhere else you want to hang out or explore, feel free. You can stay in your wide-legged squat as long as you would like, my friends. Eventually, on your own, straighten your legs, parallel your feet, and take your big dive down into your wide-legged forward fold. No hurry. You can take it whenever you're ready. And then hang out there for a few breaths. Nice, Lily. Open mouth size anytime. Soften your face, your jaw. See if you can engage to the fronts of your thighs as you lift your sit bone just a tiny bit higher. Last round. Inhale, back to a halfway lift position, fingertips on the ground. Crawl your hands to the top of your space. Rotate your toes forward, back to a low lunge. From low lunge, three-legged down dog. Take your left leg back and up. Open up your hip again. And then this time, if you would like, option to flip your dog. Left foot comes down behind you. Yes, left arm forward, heart forward. Nice, Andrea. So feel the strength in your back body as you work an opening through your front body. One last breath. End of your exhale, come back. Everybody down dog, walk it out. Thanks, Christine. Pedal out your heels, shift your hips side to side, give your head a little shake. Good work, my friends. Inhale, down dog. Exhale, gaze to the top of your mat, however you would like to get there, forward fold. Lift halfway as you breathe in. Exhale, let it go. Root through your feet all the way to stand. Arms to the sky, stretch tall. Hands to heart, exhale. We're going to work with one more balance pose, twisted dancer. So let's see, your right arm will reach up and your left heel towards your left butt cheek. Now, reach your right hand back, grab hold of your left foot. Once you've got it, see if you can come back into alignment. So hug in and try to stand tall. Inner knees are flirting with each other. Hug them towards each other. Now take your left arm to the sky. You can stay here, just work with balance. Perfect. Otherwise, tiny little bend in your standing leg. It's like your shock absorbers. Start to hinge at your hips. Kick foot into hand. Pull hand back into foot. See if you can keep a little lift in your heart like you're doing cobra. Hug in with your inner thighs. You've already done this pose, but you were on your hands and your knees. Now you're balanced on one foot. No big deal. Take one last big, huge breath. See if you can come out slowly, high mountain pose. Both feet on the ground, both arms to the sky. Nice job. Take just a moment to feel into neutral spine here. So for me, a lot of times, I'm in spinal extension, I'm in a back bend, but when I'm reaching up, see if you can feel as close to neutral for you as possible. Pinky finger spiral in. Shoulders soften down away from your ears. Take one more inhale. Exhale, slow dive. We're just gonna move through a vinyasa before taking the other side. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, chaturanga. Inhale, back bend of your choice. You're welcome to give yourself a couple extra breaths there. Eventually down dog. Take just a moment. Pedal out your heels. Perhaps notice, how does right side feel different than left side? Good. One more inhale into your down dog. Exhale, look forward, step, tiptoe, or hop. Top of your mat. Forward fold. Halfway lift position, breathe in and lengthen. Good. Exhale, let it go. Press into your feet, take it all the way to stand. Big stretch to the top. And hands to heart, exhale. All right. Left arm up to begin. Right knee bends, heel towards your butt. Left hand back, grab your right foot. So I have to get all kind of ski-wampus to find my foot. Once you've got it, see if you can come back into alignment or your closest thing to alignment. Left shoulder rolls back and down, inner knees hug towards each other, right arm to the sky. Stay here in balance, breathe, or a little tiny bend in your standing leg, start to hinge. Kick foot into hand, pull hand back into foot. Hug in with your inner thighs to stay out of your low back. It is so hard. This pose is so hard. See if you can be with that. What does it feel like to be challenged? Can you be compassionate and kind rather than frustrated and angry with yourself? Take one or two more breaths. You guys are awesome. Just playing with the pose. It's just a practice. Good. Brittany, see if you can come back slowly. High mountain is where we'll end up. So both feet down. Nice work. Both arms to the sky. Feel into your closest thing to neutral spine, neutral pelvis. Pinky fingers spiral in, shoulders melt down. Close your eyes and feel it from the inside. So in your body, not your mind. Take one more inhale. Exhale, dive down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift position, lengthen. And exhale, plant your hands, feet back, move through your vinyasa however you want to. See you back in downward facing dog. Good job. Big deep breath. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, pigeon pose, right shin to the top of your space. Set your body down gently. If you would rather take this on your back or in a seat, you are always welcome to do so. If you are setting yourself up for regular pigeon, see if you can first find strength and structure. So especially if you're a person that has really open hips and you can just plop into it, that is not what we want to do. We want to, just like in crescent, just like in pyramid, hug in. So front hip pulls back. Femur bone plugs into the socket. Back hip pulls forward. Femur bone plugs into the socket. And then from there, you work down into your humble pigeon. So you don't want to be resting your right butt cheek on the ground. It should be hovering above, especially if you're a person that has naturally open hips. So if open hips is your default, then your practice here is more so stability than mobility. Focus on your deep breathing. If you feel at any time like it's too much, it's overwhelming, it's too intense, see if you can breathe it out your mouth. Give it somewhere to go. Ah. I like to visualize my breath flowing down into my right hip. So maybe you visualize your breath in a color, especially if you don't use your imagination much. Use this time to explore that. As I kind of studied the chakras this last little bit, your third eye chakra, that is where you are connected to your imagination. And sadly, most adults, we don't have connection to our third eye chakra. We're not connected anymore to our imagination. We shut it off when we grow up. But let it open back up. Start exploring it. Start visualizing. See what happens. Just get curious. Take your last couple breaths. Really nice, you guys. All right, as you are ready, slowly start a transition back up to a three-legged down dog. So you'll plant your hands, tuck your back toes, take your right leg to the sky, give it a nice little shake out. And you might even try those circles one more time with your right knee and see if the mobility in your hip feels just a little bit different. Maybe, maybe not. No judgment, just observation. Yeah, so just kind of working through your right leg, your right hip, and then eventually downward facing dog, walk it out. If you want to take a vinyasa to kind of reset before we move to the other side, go for it. Otherwise, downward facing dog, couple more breaths. Just feel into all that length and space. Good. All right, inhale, left leg high. And pigeon pose, exhale, left shin forward, body comes down gently. Take just as much time, care, awareness, intention, attention to set yourself up on this side. Remember, if flexibility feels easy for you here, it comes naturally. Stability is your practice in this pose. Hugging in, finding stability through your joints rather than just sinking into your joints and exploiting that hypermobility. Big deep breaths. Your foot forward, but just bring your knee out. And then keep pulling this back and up. Yes, so keep that. No, that's okay. And then bow forward from there. So keep that. So as you're like relaxing into it, keep working this back. Does that make sense? Yeah. Is that okay? And then if you do want to go deeper, you can just scoot your back knee back a tiny little bit. If that feels like too much, you can bring your foot in closer, but just keep your knee out wide. Does that make sense? Visualize your breath. Send it all the way down into your left hip. Side out your mouth anytime. So if it's a lot, if it's intense, can you just let it be intense? Know that it's temporary. Breathe into it, soften around it. I'm gonna guess something like 2 or 3 more breaths on this side. I'll leave it up to you. So when you personally feel pretty even, you can just start to work your way back to that 3-legged down dog one final time. Just moving like you did on the other side, giving your left leg a nice little shake out, perhaps circling one more time for your left knee. Eventually just walking it out in your dog pose, feeling into all the space, all the length that you've created throughout your practice. If you want one final vinyasa, you're welcome to take that as well. If you'd rather rest in a child's pose instead of hanging out in down dog, that's fine too. Good, everybody. So wherever you've chosen to be, wherever you've chosen to go, couple more rounds. And then however you would like to transition, find your way down onto your back. You can face whichever direction you feel like facing. Once you're on your back, draw your knees in and find a gentle rock from side to side. And after a few rocks, no hurry, supine spinal twist of your choice. So you can let your knees fall to either side, or if you want to cross your legs or extend one leg, go for it. And go to either side first, take about 4 or 5 breaths. And then just on your own, switch to the other side. Job, friends. So in your next couple rounds, slow transition, other direction. As you breathe into your supine twist, really just start to feel the weight of your body against the ground. Start to give the weight of your body to the ground. There's still that gentle effort in your breath. Your breath is still big and spacious, but you're letting yourself really be held and supported by the ground underneath you. So I'll leave it up to you. I'm gonna say probably a couple more breaths on this side. Eventually back to center. And choose any inversion that you would like for about 5 to 10 breaths. Anything that puts your hips or your legs higher than your heart. Bridge or upward facing bow might feel nice to stretch through the front of your hips. Maybe you feel like plow, shoulder stand, even a headstand. If there's something else besides an inversion that's calling to you, feel free to take that instead. Really nice. Love all these different variations. Beautiful, you guys. So 5 to 10 breaths in one inversion, or maybe a couple different inversions, and then slowly, please no rush, no hurry, ease your way out. Take any counter poses and also any finishing poses, nice Victoria, of your choice. So after you come out of your inversion, about 10 more breaths just to finish off your own practice, however you want. I personally always love a happy baby at the end of my practice. Maybe you just want to give your knees one last big squeeze. And then as you're ready, friends, just start to find your way into your final relaxation. So maybe that's the traditional corpse pose. Maybe there's some other way that you would like to relax your body today. Maybe you want to grab something to cover your eyes or extra layers of clothing. And as you settle in, my just little quote for you today is by Cynthia Ocelli. She says, "For a seed to achieve its greatest expression, it must come completely undone. The shell cracks, its insides come out, and everything changes. To someone who doesn't understand growth, it would look like complete destruction. For a seed to achieve its greatest expression, it must come completely undone. The shell cracks, its insides come out, and everything changes. To someone who does not understand growth, it would look like complete destruction." So just a reminder that growth is never easy, and it never comes without some sort of, it seems, work or some sort of pain or loss, some sort of destruction, some sort of chaos, some sort of, really at the end of the day, just letting go. So in order to grow, we have to let go of what was to make space for what is. So these last few moments, see if you can just let things be as they are. Let you yourself be as you are. Not trying to fix or change or control. Not trying to make everything in your life make sense. Not trying to figure anything out. But just feel your body these last few moments. Imagine it as this great big wide open space. And a space for all forms of life energy to flow through. So good, bad, comfortable, uncomfortable. Let everything have space. Let everything move through you. And just feel the vibrations resonating inside of you. Notice what they might stir up. If at any time it feels like a lot, feels intense, big, deep breaths, exhale out your mouth. Take a great big inhale and let it go. And just start to bring little wiggles back into your body. And when you feel ready, just ease yourself over to either side, fetal position. And take a couple breaths, just resting on your side body. I like to imagine just like little pieces of stardust, that sound bath inside of me, kind of dissipating or absorbing into me. So just little pieces of stardust twinkling around and then disappearing. So in some way that makes sense to you, resonates for you, use your imagination to just imagine your practice and all the energy from that sound bath absorbing into your being. Use your arms to guide yourself up. Seated meditation. So facing forward, right where we started. Close your eyes, gather your hands to your heart. Just bow your head to your heart, acknowledge yourself for being here, for showing up, for taking time to do your practice. Thank you so much for letting me guide you. Namaste. Thanks, Lisa. All right, friends. Thank you again so much for showing